This is your one and only FireSpark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another informational Valheim video. Today we're covering some more helpful tips. Let's get to it. So on the map here and there, you will see weird patterns like this of stone. See how it's like kind of looks like a ship if you were to look down over top of it. There's buried treasure in here. So the best thing to do is just grab your pickaxe, start at one end of it, and just kind of dig down a little bit, because you can't actually dig a hole in this game. So if you just dig down like so, and then you just dig forward, you will dig the same depth every time. So take a look there. See how we're just digging the same depth through? So look, there we go. We found some skeletal remains. So there's some bone fragments for us, but what we're looking for is there should be a treasure chest around here somewhere. So let's just continue to dig through here. One thing I am noticing doing this is that it seems to pop the ground up under you to kind of slowly cause you to dig upwards. So if you want to continue to dig at the same depth, just kind of catch the edge right there. So like, see there how I dug and it like popped me up just a little bit, and we found some more skeletal remains there. But if you dig just the edge, like right there, you should continue to dig the same depth. And there we go. We found the chest right there. So now what we're going to do, just open up the chest. You can see we got some fire arrows and some coins. So if you see these around the map, make sure you dig them out. Looks like the treasure chest may be towards the back. I don't know if that's always the case, but we did find some bone fragments in there. And if we wanted to, we could just kind of continue to dig this out. I don't know how much treasure is in here. I've only dug out one other of these, and the treasure chest was also in the back part. So maybe start towards the back and work your way towards the front if you're just specifically looking for the treasure chest. But it's procedural generated, everything is. So I don't know if that's always going to be the case. The next tip I have for you is about wood structures. So the rain will damage your wood structures unless they have a roof over top of them. Now stone, it will not. So if we take a look here, you can see this stone block has been sitting out here. It's been sitting here for a couple days and it hasn't taken any damage. This here has not taken any damage, nor has the wall in the back, because this roof is properly snapped to this wall. This wall that I have just standing out here is almost decayed. Now, this isn't the only stuff that takes damage. If you take a look at this wood pile is also taking damage. So you can just repair the stuff if you want to leave it out in the rain. But it's also a good idea to just cover it. You can see here, I have a bunch of wood piles and they're all covered by the roof, so they don't take any damage when it rains. Now, stuff like your cart won't take any damage, but you can see my workbench here has taken damage because it's not covered. Neither will your walls, these walls. What are these called? The stake wall. The stake wall will also not take any damage, nor does the fence. If we come out here and take a look at my fence that I have my pigs in, that one is because I think something attacked it, but the rest of these you can see are not. There's no damage on any of them, and they've been out in the rain for some time. This bench, not covered, has taken damage, so I have to constantly repair it. Also, these gates, I don't know why these gates take damage in the rain. They should not. You can see they're both damaged. I feel like these are made for this fence here because we don't really have any other large gate options. So it's kind of strange to me that these take damage. So if you do have gates set up like I have here, keep an eye on them and make sure that you repair them. I have to walk inside because I don't have the right crafting station, but yeah, just make sure that you keep them repaired. You can notice that they'll start to look slightly dingy, like this wall here, if they've started to take damage. See the difference in color? And then the other thing is be careful on your snapping points on your build, because if you take a look here, I have things that aren't snapped properly. So the roof that I have here is snapped to the other roof and it's not snapped to my wall. So my wall here is slightly out a little bit, and so is that, and so is this chunk of wall here. So it's taking damage because the game isn't actually seeing it underneath of the roof structure. You can ping the map with the middle mouse button. So if I just click somewhere like there, I can ping the map so people can see that I ping the map. You can also see that you ping the map visually when you come out of the map. So it can kind of help you navigate a little bit. So if you take a look at my little symbol of my person here, it points to where your camera is pointing and not where your person is pointing. So you can see now we're facing my person, but my arrow is pointed in the opposite direction. So it can be a little bit disorienting at times. I mean, at least for me when it comes to navigation, and pinging the map can just help real quick to get you oriented in the right direction so you know where you need to go and you can line up with it quick and easy. Now, as I said in my other tips video, you can zoom in and out of your mini map up top with the less than, greater than keys on your keyboard, and that can help a little bit too. But I just, you know, it's a thing and I wanted to tell you about it because some people may find it helpful. I know I do. See this here? This is a gray dwarf spawner. If you destroy it, it will not come back. It does not respawn. So from what I can tell though, you can farm gray dwarfs pretty much infinitely from the thing, and some of them drop resources that you will need to summon a boss. So you can use these to, well, farm wood and stone and resin pretty much infinitely, and also farm the resource that you need in order to summon the second boss. I did some testing, and from what I can tell, these do not ever respawn, at least they have not for me. And you can see, we just stand here and the gray dwarfs just keep popping out of the thing nonstop. When you see birds landing on the ground like this, you can shoot them for easy feathers. There you go. And look, we have another one here, and we can just, oh, nope, it helps if I actually shoot and hit him. There we go. And there you go. You can easily farm feathers that way if you're short on feathers for arrows. Which leads me into a tip about bows. You may make a crude bow right at the start of the game and go, wow, bows are terrible in this game because the drop off on the crude bow is absolutely ridiculous. And no, that's just the crude bow. The crude bow is absolutely terrible. Bows drastically improve once you get to the fine wood bow. So do not let the crude bow warp your perception of bows in this game. They are insanely strong. And just to show you, just in case you have not seen the fine wood bow, and there are others as well, I can make an iron bow. I just haven't yet. If you take a look here, you can see the draw is fast and the drop off is a lot less than what the crude bow is. So that's basically your tip. Don't let the crude bow warp your perception of bows. Bows are OP in this game. When you're swimming in the water, do not run out of stamina in the water because you will start to take ticking damage. So if we just swim around here and run out of stamina, you can see I'm taking damage. So yeah, if you're in deep water or you're not close to land when that happens, it could easily be the death of you. So do not run out of stamina when you're in the water. So bosses have multiple summon altars. Don't take the first one that it gives you for granted. So you can see here, that's my first one that it showed me, the deer boss there. And here's where I am right here. And you can see it's another altar. Also, if we take a look, it is possible to get it to show you multiple. So here's the elder, and if we come all the way up here, here's the elder. It showed me those waypoints. When I was doing dungeons over on this section, it showed me this one up here. When I did a dungeon all the way down here, it showed me this one over here. You can also see I have a bone mass all the way down here out in the middle of Bum F Egypt. So I have some swamp here. So I'm going to be checking really thoroughly in this swamp here and in this swamp over here, which is much closer to my houses, to make sure that there isn't an altar here for the bone mass before I try to head down here. And that leads me into my next tip about your world and world gen. I see a lot of comments in the comment section of my videos where people are like, man, that sucks. My world gen was terrible. I got a terrible world. If you got a terrible world, it is not the end of the world. All you have to do is load up everything that you want to take with you onto your character. So everything that's important to you. And you can do this in multiple trips if you want to. If you can't load up enough stuff that you want to take with you on the first trip, your character and the world that you're on are not linked in any way. So all you have to do is load up all the stuff that you want to take with you to a new world, go generate a new world, set up a house, unload all your stuff. You can actually load out of that world with an empty inventory, load back into your original world, and go get the rest of your stuff, and then make multiple trips, and eventually you're going to have everything over into your new world. And you can do that as many times as you want to. Your character and the worlds that you visit are completely separate. You can also go visit a friend's world with your main character and then come back into your world and wake up right where you left off. You can stack chests really easily in this game thanks to the way they have done building. So if I just place a chest right here, you can see it won't let me stack a chest. It says no. But if we come over here to building and we take this little floor tile here, this 1x1, and we place it just like that directly over top of the other chest, and then I come back over and grab the chest again, and I line it up just right and place it down. There we go. Now we have a stacked chest system. And you don't even have to use the snap points either. You can actually get that 1x1 tile extremely close to the other chest. So if I just slowly lift it up there, you can see, there we go. It's practically on top of the other chest. And now I go back over to this chest, and there we go. So you can stack chests super easy. So if you want to tech jump early game, you can actually get a hold of fine wood before you are able to chop the trees by using trolls. You can actually use trolls to farm a lot of stuff for you if you don't want to farm it yourself. Now this works best if you're using one of the trolls with the tree club. So essentially what you do is stand near whatever it is you want him to attack, and when he goes to attack, just roll out of the way or run out of the way, and he will slam down and break that object. You can use him to farm stone quick and easy. You can use him to farm fine wood trees quick and easy and get a hold of fine wood and make a fine wood bow super early in the game. This is a little janky to do, but you know, I just wanted to let you know it's a thing. When it's nighttime and you're getting ready to go to sleep, before you go to sleep, load up your kiln with a bunch of wood. So you see we got 20 in there, and load up your smelter as well. So I already have a bunch of metal in the smelter. If you look there, there's 7 in there. And we're just gonna load a bunch of coal in there. And now we're gonna run upstairs and we're gonna go to sleep. When you are asleep, time passes. So if you listen, you hear that? And now when we wake up, all fresh in the new morning, and we go downstairs, you can see we sped through crafting. So we have a bunch of our metal there, and if we come out front, we have all of our coal. So that's a quick way to craft a bunch of coal and metal if you don't want to wait around for it. Just load them up right before you go to bed. All right, that's pretty much all I have for this one. Hopefully you found it helpful. Hopefully some of these tips helped you out a little bit. If you did find it helpful, consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other Valheim videos. And I don't just cover Valheim, I cover all kinds of different games, so you never know when I'm going to be making guides for a game you may be playing. All right, that is going to wrap it up for this episode. If you like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button. I want to give a big thank you to my patrons for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you'd like to join my elite crew Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.